Hello, my name is Logan Quantz, and I am here from the Marion FFA chapter, and I am proud to serve as this year's convention announcer. May I have your attention, please? The 91st Illinois Association FFA State Convention will begin in 20 minutes. Please find your seats and prepare for the first session. As the delegate business session has already occurred, please fill the floor seats and get ready for an exciting session. At this time, would all new ag teachers and visiting state association please report backstage? Thank you.
I was taught in my chapter visits to belong the section road when along came a section president with quite the heavy load. If you're going to chapter visits, but with me you can ride. And so I climbed up in the cabin, then I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a section that had been so great, and I said, listen, I've traveled every section in this here state. I've been everywhere, man. Shiloh, Chicago, Gordo, Melbourne, Hillsborough, Johnsboro, Fringo, Florida, Havana, Serena, Cuba, Colombia, Galva, Mendota, Tagola, Hiawatha, Monticello, Olympia, Noga. Let me tell you, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the counties, bare man. I breathe the sections there, man. Trouble I had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Clinton, Charleston, Stockton, Cornell, Farmington, Princeton, Alton, Rochelle, Oakland, Woodland, Highland, Carbondale, Pawnee, Shawnee, Sisseton, Riverdale, Stock County, Putnam, County, Brown County, already. I've been everywhere, man. Travel, I had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Taylorville, Nashville, Oroville, Keokee, Martinsville, Jacksonville, Oakville, Astoria, Pittsfield, Litchfield, Goreville, Teatown, Mount Vernon, Donovan, Delavan, Proxtup, Forreston, Carlton, Centralia, Vidalia, Galena, Urbana, Payne, Mina. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the counties, bare man. I breathe the sections there, man. Travel, I had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Windsor, MacArthur, Eisenhower, Geneseo, Weimar, Herscher, Fisher, El Dorado, Sycamore, Seymour, Seneca, Ottawa, Seeker, Renica, Manuka, Rova, Calhoun, Waterloo, North Boone, Beecher City, Pearl City, Gibson City, Wayne City, Waterloo. Been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the counties, bare man. I breathe the sections there, man. Travel, I had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere.
Members and guests, as we are about to begin the 91st Annual Illinois FFA State Convention, it is appropriate to give an invocation to bless these next 3 days. Providing the invocation is a gentleman who has dedicated a year of his life to elevating Illinois FFA by boldly serving as the 2017-2018 state president. He is currently attending the University of Illinois, where he is majoring in agricultural science education. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Joseph Beertier.
Please assume an attitude of reflection. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us all here safely at the 91st Illinois FFA State Convention. We hope that these few days will be joyous and safe as we honor the accomplishments of all the great members in Illinois FFA. We thank you for the many blessings that you have bestowed upon our organization in the agriculture industry. Bless the farmers and citizens who work tirelessly in feeding the world. Guide us in these next 3 days, and afterwards, bring us all safely home. It is in your holy name we pray. Amen.
May I have your attention, please? The entrance of the flags will begin in 1 minute. At this time, please make your way to your seats. Please be sure to review pages 2 and 3 in the convention program and note your chapter's plan in case of an emergency. Your safety is our top priority. If you witness any suspicious activity or have any safety concerns during the convention, please contact your advisor or a convention staff member immediately.
By thy rivers gently flowing, Illinois, Illinois, o'er thy prairies trees verdant growing. Illinois, Illinois, comes an echo on the breeze, rustling through the leafy trees, and its mellow tones are these. Illinois, Illinois, and its mellow tones are these. Illinois. Grant and Logan and Artis. Illinois.
Ladies and gentlemen, members and guests, please stand and remove your caps for the presentation of the colors. The colors are presented by 3 of your section presidents: Zachary Weber from Section 5, Riley Smith from Section 11, and Natalie Bonnell from Section 25.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we rushed, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' great glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the Hey guys, look what I found!
Wow, there must be 91 years of history in this book.
Whoa. Oh wow, look at that! 1929, the stock market crashed and the Illinois Association FFA was chartered. 1939, a gallon of gas is just 10 cents and the first FFA jacket is worn in Illinois. 1965, the civil rights movement is at its height. The St. Louis Arch has just been completed. And the FFA merges with the New Farmers of America, recognizing that all types of diversity bring value to our organization. 1969, the moon landing occurs and women are allowed into the FFA.
1971, Disney World opens and the Illinois FFA alumni is established.
1988, McDonald's releases the McChicken. And in that same year, the FFA organization changed its name from the Future Farmers of America to the National FFA Organization, recognizing that agriculture is so much more than just farming.
These events and many more have proven that our history has stood the test of time to grow, change, and develop.
All to bring us here.
But where are we going next?
The future is up to us. You may think or feel like you are just one person, but your actions have power.
We can elevate our membership,
Service.
unity,
Leadership, possibilities.
future.
The future is up to us. Using our actions, we can take our future to the next level.
How will you elevate? Your experiences,
Your team,
your impact,
Your voice.
your accomplishments.
Your future. The best way to predict your future is to create it.
Starting today, know that your experiences, your team,
your impact,
your voice, and your accomplishments
Elevate.
elevate, 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 elevate your future.
Elevate a little higher. Let's throw a party in the sky and celebrate. Elevate until we fly, yeah. But move your feet until you levitate. Come on, let's elevate.
Now let's get on your feet and make some noise for your 2018-2019 section presidents. From Section 18, Danielle Bass. And from Section 14, Brody McCormick. From Section 23, Lane Harvey. And from Section 16, Ellie Holstrom. From Section 21, Jonathan Donahoe. And from Section 24, Catherine Smith. From Section 7, Emma Freeburn. And from Section 13, Austin Doppelmayr. From Section 22, Lane Schilling. And from Section 15, Sally Reed. From Section 17, Abby Schluter. And from Section 5, Zachary Weber. From Section 3, Gage Miller. And from Section 25, Natalie Bonnell. From Section 12, Colin White. And from Section 8, Jeremy Weisenton. From Section 1, Gwen Heimerdinger. And from Section 2, Rebecca Hall. Section 4, Emma Parkins. And from Section 19, Dalton Witten. From Section 10, Kara Anker. And from Section 20, Jacob Mays. From Section 11, Riley Smith. From Section 6, Grace Gerke. And from Section 9, Carson Kipling.
Before I lose it, I gotta do this while I'm alive.
And now, put your hands together and make some noise for your 2018-2019 Major State Officers. From Section 20 and the Teutopolis FFA chapter, your state treasurer, Taylor Harkey. From Section 7 and the Earlville FFA chapter, your state secretary, Miriam Huffman. From Section 21 and the Mount Vernon FFA chapter, your state reporter, Shaylee Clinton. From Section 2 and the Rochelle FFA chapter, your state vice president, Eliza Petrie. From Section 17 and the Fisher FFA chapter, your state president, Sophia Horton. And from Springfield, your state FFA advisor, Dr. Erica Tiemann.
The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding the first general session of the 91st Illinois FFA State Convention. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they're at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. The Sentinel.
Station by the door.
Your duties there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and I assist the President in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the states of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer. Stationed by the emblem of Washington. Your duties there. I keep a record of all receipts and disbursements just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrifts among the members and strive to build up our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent. The secretary, stationed at the ear of corn. Your duties there. I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet. The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep the plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
I am pleased to announce that at this, the first general session of the 91st Illinois FFA State Convention, there are 5,183 members, advisors, and guests present, Madam President. Excuse me?
Thank you, Madam Secretary. FFA members, why are we here?
Thanks, guys.
Practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and to develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess. May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this, the first general session of the 91st Illinois FFA State Convention, duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented.
Are what push us to strive for constant growth and to reach that next level. The experiences in your school, at your chapters, and at this, the 91st State FFA Convention, have more of an impact than any one of us can imagine. Each one of your experiences is crafting the future right before our eyes. Illinois FFA, your experiences elevate our future.
Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress, but working together is success. Illinois FFA members, as we come together here at the 91st Illinois FFA State Convention, we are a team united by our blue jacket values. And as we band together to lift one another up, we shall shatter through the ceiling of any adversity and into the glorious sunlight of a successful and prosperous future. Illinois FFA members, our team elevates our future.
Each and every day of our lives, we make an impact on those around us. Whether that impact is positive or negative is up to us. We have the power to change lives with our words and our actions. Here at State Convention, we will have opportunity after opportunity to make these kinds of impacts. But what's even more exciting is that we get to take these impacts home with us when we go back to our chapters, our communities, and our world. Illinois FFA, our impact elevates our future. Every single day, we have the opportunity to stand up for what we believe in, to advocate for what we're passionate about, to use our voice to make a difference. We must do this to ensure a legacy marked by steadfast integrity. Illinois FFA, our voice elevates our future.
State degrees, SAEs, or CDEs. No matter the goal achieved, our successes are the stepping stone to bigger and better accomplishments. As we celebrate those accomplishments, let's use that excitement to motivate us and achieve that next goal. Because the sky is the limit, and this blue jacket is our ticket up. Illinois FFA, our accomplishments elevate our future. What accomplishments will you strive for?
What does your voice stand for? Where will you leave your impact?
How will your team empower your community?
Your experiences today shape tomorrow. Experiences,
Team,
impact,
voice.
accomplishments.
Elevate our future.
Thanks. No light show, but that's cool.
At this time, please direct your attention to the screens above to meet your chairs for this session.
If we had an elevator ride to tell you about Taylor and Shaylee, we'd have to start by letting you in on Taylor's ultimate fun fact. She is a quadruplet.
Yeah, you heard her right, a quadruplet. That's 3 brothers and her, all the same age. It must have been quite the transition for Taylor to go from living with 3 brothers to 4 sisters, but she lives her life as all about the experience, meaning she enjoys every moment, even learning to live with 4 girls. On the other hand, Shaylee has a sister, so she's used to all those impromptu shopping trips, and she even introduced us to a new aisle in the store, the protein aisle. Yeah, whether it's protein bars, protein chips, protein muffins, protein powder, basically anything that has more than 20 grams of protein is gonna be Shaylee's go-to snack.
Needless to say, any time spent with these two is definitely an experience, which is why it's so perfect that they're the chairs for the first session at the 91st Illinois FFA State Convention, which is entitled Elevate Your Experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts and get ready to elevate your experiences with your session chairs, Miss Taylor Hartkey and Miss Shaylee Clinton.
Elevate a little higher. Let's throw a party in the sky and celebrate. Elevate until we fly, yeah. Move your feet until you levitate. Come on, let's elevate. Forget about your day under the Milky Way. I know a place where we can go.
You know, Shaylee, every time I hear Elevate by Big Time Rush, I just can't help but think of chapter visits. Time spent in section 12, 14, 19, 21, 25, and 3. We had some pretty awesome towers that song. What about you, Shaylee? Shaylee, where are you? What's going on? What are you doing? I'm pretending to be Bruce from the movie Jaws. Can't you tell? I mean, considering we're in Illinois, which is a landlocked state, and we're inside the Bank of Springfield Center, 4th State Convention, I'm not scared. Well, it was a good try. But I can't help but think back to the first time I ever watched the movie Jaws when I was just 11 years old. You know, I'm pretty sure that was quite the experience at 11 years old. But do you know who I think of when I hear this song? No, I don't know. I think of you. Try again. Oh. Miriam! Every time I hear a Queen song, I can't help but think of Miriam. And speaking of Miriam, we actually get to experience hearing her retiring address in this, the first general session. We'll also be recognizing those individuals who have had experiences serving their state associations, sections, and chapters by serving as officers, board representatives, and advisors. We will also be announcing the 2019 Growing Leaders National Chapter Award winner. All of that and more here in the first general session of the 91st Illinois FFA State Convention. But at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the screens above for a very special video. my favorite video. Me too. How did you know? It's because we're so funny. Of course. Did this really not scare you?
We have an announcement at this time. Would all outstanding section and chapter presidents with the Harvest for All and state-winning chapters report backstage with your stage appearance card at this time? Additionally, would all FCAE, ICAE, ILCAE, and ISBE members please report backstage? We would like to thank Greenview Nursery for providing all of the beautiful plants that you see on stage and supporting Illinois FFA. We would also like to recognize our special guests in attendance today: Winifred, Martha, Seth, Shauna, Sadie, Paul, Trisha, Oliver, Hazel, Ben, and Kate Hoffman, and all those here to celebrate Miriam's retiring address. We would also like to recognize our representative Nathan Reitz from the 116th District, who is joining us for this session today. Thank you for coming out and supporting Illinois FFA. Now please direct your attentions to the screen above for a message from our special guest.
Hey guys, I wish I could be there with you in person, but thank you for letting me join you by video today at your convention. As I travel around our great country, everywhere I go, I love to see young people like you, eager to begin their careers in agriculture and proudly wearing those blue and gold jackets. And I say it all the time because it is true. The future is now. You don't have to wait. There's no reason to wait until you're older to have an impact on your communities, your family, and your careers. You can do it right now by your leadership and the things you're learning, the example you set, by the work you're already doing to help others. You can do anything you set your hearts and minds to. That's what FFA is all about. So keep doing what you're doing. The hard work you put in today will make a difference right here at home and around the world. So have fun today, and I hope to see you in person soon. May God bless you in all that you do.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. You know, Shaylee, whether it was traveling to State Officer Summit, National Convention, or even the Iowa State Convention, one of my favorite parts about serving as an officer this year is being able to talk with state officers from across the country, learning how to further elevate our organization as a whole.
Along with that, Taylor, we're also able to hear how they elevate the experiences of their members in their state. We're very lucky to actually have some of those members here with us today. Let's give a huge round of applause for our visiting state associations.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Caleb Johnston. I'm from the great state of Idaho. So yes, potatoes. And if you want to hang out with me later, I'll be doing a workshop tomorrow at 10:30, 3:30, and 4. We'll be learning about random acts of kindness and the importance of kind words. And if you want to ever talk to me, definitely an enthusiast of potatoes and other foods. So go ahead and feel free to talk to me. Let's have a great convention.
Hello, my name is Annalisa Miller, and I am from the Land of Enchantment over in New Mexico, and I am super excited to get to be here with you guys this week, so thank you for letting us join you.
Thanks for coming.
Howdy, everyone.
Right
My name is Lyle Logeman from the Green Chili State of New Mexico. Proud to be here.
Thanks for coming, Lyle, right around here.
And I'm Cable Cox, also from the great state of New Mexico. And if you would like to hang out with any of us New Mexico State FFA officers, we will be doing a workshop entitled, What Would You Do in Terms of Advocating for Agriculture at 10, 11, and 3.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, Cable, right around here. Thanks for coming, Cable.
Be sure to ask these individuals many questions about their state associations and how to further elevate your experiences in your own chapters. Be sure to check out their workshops downstairs. Their workshop times can be found in the convention program on pages 34 through 39. Let's give one final thank you to all of those visiting state officers.
Hey, Taylor, do you want to play a game?
Shaylee, I think we have a session to chair.
Oh, you're right. That's okay, they can wait. This is the meerkat game.
This better be quick.
It will, I promise. This is the meerkat game. If I am a meerkat, and that podium is a meerkat, Are you a meerkat?
I don't know if we should be doing this. I don't think they understand what's going on.
No, but listen, if you're a meerkat and I'm a meerkat, is that podium a meerkat?
I feel like I should answer yes.
Of course it's a meerkat.
Oh, of course it's a meerkat? But Shaylee, what does this even have to do with the next award?
Well, thinking of the Distinguished Service Award had me thinking back to National Convention when we did a service project at Gleaner's Food Bank. While we worked, we played the meerkat game with other state associations. Man, there were a lot of meerkats there that day.
I think I can speak on behalf of all of us there. It was not only quite the experience getting to play the meerkat game, but more importantly, getting to come together in an effort to serve others. It's crazy how people from across the states could come together merely to help others.
This next individual knows quite a bit about service. We are incredibly appreciative of the support that he has shown Illinois FFA, agriculture, and agriculture education.
The Distinguished Service Award is given to those who have rendered outstanding support to Illinois FFA and agricultural education. It is my distinct honor to introduce the 2019 Distinguished Service Award recipient, Dr. Larry Gosen. Congratulations.
Dr. Larry Gosen graduated from Kansas State University in 1977 and taught for 24 years at Elk Valley and Neodesha High Schools, both in Southeast Kansas. In 2001, the opportunity to move to the Kansas State Department of Education became available, and he took the job as State Supervisor for Agriculture Education and State FFA Advisor in Topeka, Kansas. In April 2005, Larry joined the National FFA organization in Indianapolis, Indiana, as a local program success specialist. Then in 2008, August, he accepted the position as senior team leader for the local program success team. In 2013, Larry returned to the field as a program specialist, serving 9 states in the north central United States, from Kansas to North Dakota, east to Illinois. In December 2008, Larry retired from the National FFA organization. Larry is a lifetime member of the National FFA alumni and has received his honorary American FFA degree. The National FFA VIP Award, was a national finalist for the National FFA Agri-Science Teacher of the Year, and has been named a member of the NAAE for the past 41 years. Larry and his wife Faye have 2 children and 2 grandchildren. We are very thankful for the continuous support for Illinois FFA. Thank you, Dr. Gosen, for elevating the experiences of students everywhere.
Congratulations.
Let's give one more round of applause for Dr. Gosen as he exits the stage.
You know, Shaylee, whether it's constantly changing the radio so we can listen to the latest music, or the unintentional detours, I think every road trip has left me with quite the experience.
I could agree with that, Taylor. I remember back to National Convention when my chapter went to a haunted court maze. On the way back, we all fell asleep, waking up an hour to find out that Mr. Cabot had driven an hour in the complete opposite direction.
You know, Shaylee, I really hate to break it to you, but I don't think you need your advisor to get lost.
We don't need to talk about that right now.
Wait, what time are you referring to? Like that one instance where you're supposed to be going home from Springfield and instead found yourself in St. Louis?
Okay, well actually, I don't have a good excuse for that. But let's go back to talking about our advisors. Other than the occasional detour, our advisors dedicate countless hours in and out of the classroom to elevating the experiences of their students.
Please join me in congratulating our new agriculture teachers. Madam Secretary, would you please read the names of the new agriculture teachers?
I'd be happy to. The new agriculture teachers this year are Spencer Laughlin, AC Central. Amy Raymond, Alton. Amanda Spinner, Argenta Oriena. Harley Carlson, Central at Breeze. Caitlin Post, Central Burlington. Joe Birch, Columbia.
Congratulations.
Vanessa Williams, Gallatin County. Sarah Barton, Hartsburg, Emden. John Lamp, Highland.
Congrats.
Allie Hand, Lincoln. Jerry Brockett, Meridian Macon. Gabrielle Coltra, Morrison. William Mollett, Mount Vernon. Nolan Moss, Naperville. Hannah Riedel, Nokomis. Wyatt Capps, Odin. Morgan Lamley, Pleasant Plains. Kara Teams, Rantoul. Kirsten Raver, Rolling Meadows. Aaron Slack, Salt Fork. Daphne Austin, Shiloh. Dana Anderson, Salmonok Leela Sandwich. Blake Patton, Sparta. Anna Landstorm, Spoon River Valley. Alex Elliott, Titopolis.
Taylor, well, we've had some great experiences traveling all over the state and nation. Some of my favorite experiences come from traveling 2 minutes down to the local Walmart.
Are you referring to the almost daily Walmart trips or that one specific instance where we almost got kicked out because we were trying to film our FFA 10-gallon challenge video after being challenged by normal FFA?
Yeah, that was fun. But so was doing the Milk Money Challenge with Illinois Farm Bureau at the first ever Build Conference.
Thanks to the Illinois Farm Bureau and the Young Leader Committee, members from across the state have been able to learn how to become servant leaders, making a difference in their homes and communities.
Let's welcome to the stage our Young Leader Committee Chair, Ms. Kaylee Heap, as she gives a few remarks on the Harvest for All program. Right up there.
Good afternoon. I'm honored to be here on behalf of the Illinois Farm Bureau State Young Leader Committee. I'm here to recognize the top chapter presidents and top section presidents. This award program is a great way to reward chapter presidents and section presidents that have gone above and beyond this year in service to their FFA chapters and sections. You all have excelled during your time of service, and we hope that you have gained valuable experiences at this time. These awards are achieved by completing the application process that is designed to encourage these presidents to promote leadership, personal growth, career success, and they have all done an excellent job. Congratulations to each of you.
Thank you very much for those words, Ms. Heap. Madam Secretary, could you please read the names of the section and state winners for the Harvest for All Award?
Please give each chapter a power clap as their name is announced. Section 2, Rochelle. Section 3, Orion. Section 4, West Central. Section 5, Putnam County. Section 7, Newark. Section 9, Tremont. Section 10, Tri-Point. Section 11, Bushnell Prairie City. Section 14, Athens. Section 15, Jerseyville. Section 17, Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond. Section 19, Greenville. Section 20, Altamont. Section 21, Nashville. Section 22, Oakville. Section 23, Edwards County. Section 24, Century. Section 25, Harrisburg. We will now announce the top 5 chapters in the Harvest for All program. When your chapter is called, please step forward to be recognized. The 4th runner-up is Williamsville. The 3rd runner-up is Newark. The 2nd runner-up is Athens. The 1st runner-up is West Central. And your state winner in the Harvest for All program is Nashville. Let's give another round of applause to Mrs. Heap and all of the section and state winners in the Harvest for All program.
We are about to honor those leaders in our chapter who have elevated to new heights and exceeded expectations. By honoring some amazing individuals. But first,
Wait, Shaylee, what are you doing? We have a session to chair. Oh, can't you tell? It kind of looks like you ate a bad protein bar for lunch.
no, you know I'm a protein bar connoisseur, and I would never eat a bad protein bar. Try again.
Are you trying to intimidate Illinois FFA? Because you're not doing a very good job.
No, I'm obviously practicing.
Practicing for what?
I'm practicing for the Arnold, one of the largest fitness conventions in the entire world. I not only want to experience going to the Arnold one day, but I want to compete.
Sounds like it takes a lot of hard work and dedication to get to the Arnold.
It really does. All of the competitors at the Arnold are huge leaders in the fitness industry, kind of like how this next group of individuals are huge leaders in the agriculture industry.
The Outstanding Chapter President's Award is sponsored by the Illinois Farm Bureau Young Leader Committee. Each of the members being recognized this afternoon filled out an application documenting their year as chapter president, and they turned it in with hopes of being named top in the state. Once again, assisting in the presentation of this award is Young Leader Chair Ms. Kaylee Heap. Please help me in recognizing these outstanding award winners.
Please give each recipient a power clap as their name is announced. Those receiving the Bronze Award are, from Section 2, the Rochelle FFA Chapter, Trent Simmons.
Okay. That's okay, you just missed Kaylee.
From Section 6, the Genoa Kingston FFA Chapter, Raven Rutty. From Section 6, the Indian Creek FFA Chapter, Kayla McCormick. From Section 7, the Ottawa FFA Chapter, Emily Meisner. From Section 10, the Watseka FFA Chapter, Blake Dixon. From Section 11, the Bushnell Prairie City FFA Chapter, Charlie Hensley. From Section 13, the Triopia FFA Chapter, Zoe Walker. From Section 14, Pleasant Plains FFA Chapter, Haley James. From Section 19, the Nokomis FFA Chapter, Cody Nodal. From Section 19, the Vandalia FFA Chapter, Charlie Chrisman. From Section 21, the Woodlawn FFA Chapter, Rhett Ellis. From Section 24, the Pinckneyville FFA Chapter, Kayla Eplin. And from Section 25, the Pope County FFA Chapter, Hannah Barger. Those chapter presidents receiving the Silver Award are, from Section 2, Stillman Valley FFA Chapter, John Gronenheim. From Section 3, Bureau Valley, Stephanie Grip. From Section 4, West Central, Heidi Ford. From Section 5, Putnam County, Nolan Whitley. From Section 6, the Canelan, Kyla Baldridge. From Section 11, Illini West, Hannah Nelson. From Section 11, Central Camp Point, Dustin Steinkamp. From Rushville Industry, Sydney Hood. From Section 15, Highland, Carly Metler. From Section 15, Jerseyville, Sally Reed. From Section 16, Central A&M, Aaron Forlines. From Section 19, Pana, Chase Tiemann. From Section 20, Oblong, Timothy Stalley. From Section 22, Waterloo, Reed Schilling. From Section 23, Edwards County, Mackenzie Dascott. From Section 24, Century, Mackenzie Rager. And from Section 25, Vienna, Sadie Johnson. Those chapter presidents receiving the gold are, from Section 3, Anilon, Jalen Miller. From Section 7, Serena, Emma Freebaron. From Section 6, Sycamore, Hannah Dial. From Section 12, Midwest Central, Lane Forsberg. From Section 14, AC Central, Shelby Donaldson. From Section 20, Cumberland, Jacob Mays. From Section 20, Neoga, Emlyn Walk. From Section 21, Nashville, Riley Bergman. And from Section 25, El Dorado, Eli Bowles.
We are now about to honor individuals who have made great strides in this organization. They have elevated to new heights and exceeded expectations, dedicating themselves to leaving a lasting impact on others. Madam Secretary, will you please read the names of those receiving the Top 10 Chapter Presidents Award?
I would be delighted. The top 10 chapter presidents are Jason Long, Ashton Franklin Center. Drake H. McDonough, Cambridge. Michael C. Bloom, Orion. Rachel Teston, Newark. Brian Furr, Cessna Park. Brody McCormick, Athens. Michaela Jones, Paxton Buckley Loda. Hannah Tappendorf, Altamont. Caitlin Huff, Mount Vernon. And Madison Michaels, Olney. Let's give our outstanding chapter presidents one more round of applause to celebrate their accomplishments.
You know, Shaylee, I think the Arnold sounds pretty cool, but personally, I would rather experience going to the Olympics. Come to think of it, this next group of individuals, they're kind of like Olympians.
Well, how so?
Olympians are not only hardworking, but they also serve as vital members on many teams. They work to constantly better their own scores for themselves, their team, and their nation.
While not Olympians, this next group of individuals have made great strides in this organization and understand the hard work and dedication it takes to elevate the experiences of their members in their chapters, sections, and on the state officer team of 30.
The Top 10 Section President Award is evaluated on the participation in section, district, and statewide events. Please help me in welcoming to the stage Ms. Kaylee Heap to present these awards. Madam Secretary, would you please read the names of the top 10 section presidents?
The outstanding section presidents in section order are, from Pearl City representing section 1, Gwen Heimerdinger. From Cambridge representing section 3, Gage Miller. From United representing section 4, Emma Parkins. From Midland representing section 5, Zach Weber. From Serena, representing Section 7, Emma Freebaron. From Flanagan Cornell, representing Section 9, Carson Kempling. From Macomb, representing Section 11, Riley Smith. From Midwest Central, representing Section 12, Colin White. From Athens, representing Section 14, Brody McCormick. From Cumberland, representing Section 20, Jacob Mays. Let's give these outstanding section presidents one more round of applause as they exit the stage.
Mrs. Heap, on behalf of the Illinois Association FFA and our over 19,000 FFA members, thank you for the support that you provide from Illinois Farm Bureau to Illinois FFA. Please take this as a small token of our appreciation.
Let's give Ms. Heap and the Illinois Farm Bureau one round of applause as they exit the stage. Madam Secretary, do you have any announcements at this time?
Why, yes, I do. Would all section presidents, their parents, and advisors, all section winners of the Growing Leaders portion of the National Chapter Award, and all FFA board members please report backstage at this time? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Thank you, Madam Secretary. You know, Taylor, after talking about the Olympics and the Arnold, it got me thinking about how different we really are.
What are you talking about?
Well, for example, I love powerlifting.
Yeah, you know, not much of a powerlifter. I'd rather dance, actually.
You know, I may not be able to bust it down like you, but I do have one special dance move that I save only for special events.
And that is? You know, I think we are pretty different, Shaylee. I honestly really don't understand what just happened.
Oh, I have another one for you.
Okay.
I love a good food combo, like Oreos and
milk. Way to support the dairy industry, Shaylee. The classic Oreos and milk, you cannot go wrong.
Ha! Oreos and milk. What mundane taste buds. I'm not talking about Oreos and milk. I'm talking about Oreos and mustard.
Ew, that's disgusting. Who in their right mind would decide Oreos and mustard should even exist together? You know, I know just the people to ask. Illinois FFA, members, advisors, and guests, what do you think is the better food combination? Let me hear it for the classic Oreos and milk.
All right, now it's time for the real dub. Let's hear it for the real winner, Oreos and mustard. That's what I thought. But let's put aside my more elevated taste buds. We can't agree on one thing.
And that is?
We both dislike sitting at an airport for 7 hours.
You know, I do have to agree, that wasn't my favorite part of that experience.
But thankfully, this next group of individuals doesn't just sit around either. The Illinois Leadership Council for Agriculture Education, the Illinois Committee for Agriculture Education, Facilitating Coordination in Agriculture Education, and the Illinois State Board of Education dedicate countless hours to promoting agriculture education in the Illinois FFA. Here to give a few remarks on behalf of the Illinois State Board of Education is the Principal Consultant for Agriculture Education and your State FFA Advisor, Dr. Erica Tiemann. Let's welcome her to the podium.
Thank you, Shaylee. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here. This is my first state Illinois FFA convention as your advisor. I would like to recognize a few individuals at this time who spend a lot of countless hours supporting the efforts of ag education in the state of Illinois. We have IK, which is our Illinois Committee for Ag Education. These are our individuals here. Then we have ILK, which is the Illinois Leadership Council for Agricultural Education, the Illinois State Board of Education, and Facilitating Coordination in Ag Education. Can we get a round of applause for these individuals? These are the people that work behind the scenes to make sure that your ag education programs are funded and so that you can do the great activities that you do in ag education. I would like to share with you that we have a statewide and national shortage of agricultural education teachers. So there's a lot of job security there for those of you thinking about a career at this point. The Illinois State Board of Education is really focused on how we can address this teacher shortage. At this time, I would like to recognize any students who are thinking about going into teaching after they graduate from high school. So if you could stand up and we can recognize you for choosing an awesome career path. I hope that I will be seeing some of you here in a few years bringing your own students to convention. I saw a quote when I was going through the university in my program to become a teacher, and it was, "Teaching is the career that begins all others." And that was pretty profound for me when you think about the impact that teachers do have on this world. They're where every other career starts. So let's once again thank our group that spend a lot of time volunteering to make sure ag education in Illinois continues to grow and expand and strive for excellence.
Thank you, Dr. Tiemann, for that important message. Would you please help me in recognizing those individuals holding leadership positions in our outstanding support groups?
Would all members of the groups represented please step forward when the name of your organization is called? Members of the Illinois Committee for Agricultural Education. Chair, Becky Ropp. Members of the Illinois Leadership Council for Agriculture Education. Chair, Doug Hansen. Members of the Illinois State Board of Education. Superintendent, Dr. Carmen I. Isla. Chair, Mr. Darren Riesberg. Representing the Facilitating Coordination in Agriculture Education, Coordinator, Dean Dittmar, and Program Advisors, Kevin Larson, Luke Allen, Jennifer Waters, Megan Coy, and Casey Bolin. Now let's give the Agriculture Education team and all of their fine support a round of applause.
Dr. Tiemann, thank you so much for everything that you do to support Illinois agriculture education and the FFA organization. On behalf of all 19,000 members in Illinois FFA, thank you for your wisdom behind the owl as our state FFA advisor. Let's show Dr. Tiemann and all those who work diligently to support agriculture education and Illinois FFA our appreciation as they all leave the stage.
You know, Shaylee, we've been talking about how we're pretty different, and I think we're going to credit some of those differences to those we look up to.
People we look up to? Are you talking about Shaquille O'Neal?
Well,
he's like 7 foot tall.
I wasn't thinking literally look up to, more along the lines of like who you admired or you wanted to be like.
You're talking about Bob Saget.
Bob Saget?
Yeah, Danny Tanner, Full House, literally the best on-screen parent of all time. Who wouldn't want to be him?
You know, I can't argue with that. Danny Tanner on Full House is pretty great, but I was thinking along a different line.
What kind of line are you talking about? Like a fishing line?
Not exactly, but don't you and your dad ever go fishing?
Well, yeah, Papa Wayne and I sure have tossed in a line or two. What a guy. You know, I really look up to him. I get it. You're talking about how you look up to your parents.
Exactly. Both our parents and advisors have been there to support and guide us. They've elevated our experience in our entire lives.
These next group of individuals have had amazing people to look up to and have served our organization greatly as a part of our state officer team of 30. Let's welcome to the stage our 2018-2019 section presidents as they honor and thank their parents and advisors.
Hey Illinois FFA, my name is Gwen Heimdall, and I'm proudly serving as this year's Section 1 President. My parents are James and Leanne Heimerdinger, and my advisors are Miss Kristen Lee and Mr. Tom Bull. Thank you so much for the support that you've given me in FFA and in life.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Huff, and I'm proudly serving as this year's Section 2 President. Today, I'm here with my parents, Rob and Lynette Huff of Mount Morris, Illinois, and my advisor, Mr. Josh Nelson. I would just like to thank all of you for helping me get where I am today and helping me through all of the crazy nights of late night record books and preparing for competitions throughout all my years in FFA.
Hey Illinois FFA, I'm Gage Miller, your Section 3 president, and with me today are my parents, Travis and Starla Francine, Justin and Amy Miller, and my advisor, Mr. Tabor. Thank you for everything you have done within my life. Without it, I would not be the person that I am today.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Emma Parkins, and I'm from the United FFA chapter and proudly serving as your Section 4 president. I would like to thank my parents, Brian and Jenna Parkins, and my advisors, Mr. Scott Wrighton and Miss Stephanie Adams. Without you, I would not be here today.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Zachary Weber, and I'm from the Midland FFA chapter. This year, I proudly served as a Section 5 FFA president. It is my honor to introduce you to my parents, Ryan and Lisa Weber, and my advisors, Mr. Darren Blunier and Mr. Cody Blunier. Thank you for believing in me these past years. Without your support, I would not be where I am today.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Grace Gerke, and I'm currently serving as the Illinois FFA Section 6 president. Today with me, I have my parents, Matthew and Krista Gerke, as well as my advisor, Mrs. Sarah Peterson. I would like to thank you guys for all of your support throughout my years at FFA.
Hello, my name is Emma Freebaron, proudly serving as the Section 7 president. With me today are my parents, Scott and Heather Freebaron, and my ag advisor, Mr. Chad Mahler. Thank you for always supporting me, believing in me, and pushing me to be the best that I can be. I wouldn't be here without your support.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Jeremy Wissington, serving as your Section 8 president. With me today are my parents, Cleo and Donna Wissington, and my advisors, Noel Canardo and Sheila Fowler. I would like to thank them for giving me this opportunity and every opportunity they helped me pursue it.
Illinois FFA, my name is Carson Kempling, proudly serving as the Section 9 president. Along with me on stage today, I have my parents, Kyle and Lynn Kempling, and my ag advisor, Ms. Jessica Collins. Thank you for as much support you've given me this year, and not only this year, but all my years in the FFA.
Hi, I am Karen Anker, and I am the Section 10 FFA president. I'd like to welcome you tonight to my parents, Jim and Karen Anker, and my advisor, Ms. Corinne Batterman. Thank you so much for your gratefulness and supporting in the FFA.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Riley Smith, and I'm currently serving as the Section 11 president. With me today are my parents, Brett and Aaron Smith, and my advisor, Mr. Wyatt McGrew. Thank you all for your support during my years as an FFA member.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Colin White, and I'm proudly serving as your Section 12 president. I'd like to introduce you to my parents, Jennifer and Eric White, and my FFA advisors, Mr. Mitch Miller and Mr. Lynn Kors. Thank you guys for all the love and support that you guys have given me throughout my FFA career.
My name is Austin Duffelmeyer, and I'm proudly serving as your Section 13 FFA president. I'm from the Jacksonville FFA chapter. My mom and dad are Aaron and Amy Duffelmeyer from Jacksonville, Illinois, and my advisor is Mrs. Rutherford. I'd like to thank them for all the help they've given me throughout my 4 years of serving Illinois FFA.
Good afternoon, Illinois FFA. My name is Brody McCormick, and I am from the Athens FFA chapter, and I have had the privilege of serving as the Section 14 president this year. With me today are my parents, Will and Mandy Tomlinson, and my advisors, Mrs. Kirsten Edgar, Mr. Mike Butler, and Mrs. Sarah Nichols. Thank you for believing in me and all that I do and supporting me in everything. Without you, I would not be the individual that I am today.
Hey everyone, I'm Sally Reed from the Jerseyville FFA chapter, and I'm humbled to have served as the Section 15 president this past year. I am very excited to introduce to you my mother, Jan Reed, and my advisors, Mr. Getton and Miss Phillips. Thank you guys for being part of my fan club for the past 4 years and for all of the advice you have given me.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Ellie Paulsard, and I'm proudly serving as the Section 16 president. With me today are my parents, Bruce and Tracy Paulsard, and my advisor, Ms. Jacqueline Meisner. Without them, I would not be the person that I am today.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Abby Schluter, and I'm proudly serving as your Section 17 president. I would like to introduce you to my father, Keith Schluter, and my advisor, Katie Dutzman. Thank you both so much for supporting me and believing in me. Without you, I would not be where I am today.
Hello, my name is Daniel Bass, and I have the honor of serving as the Section 18 president. With me today are my parents, Beth and Kurt Kinnett, and my advisor, Darcy Nicolini. I want to thank them for everything they've done for me and always believing in me.
Good afternoon, Illinois FFA. My name is Dalton Witten, and I am from the Vandalia FFA chapter. It has been my distinct honor to serve as a Section 19 president over this last year. Today with me, I have my parents, Eric and Lisa Newsom, and Heather Clough and Todd Witten. I also have my FFA advisor, Mandy Totten. I'd like to thank them for all their support over the last 4 years and everything they continue to do for me.
Hi, I'm Jacob Mays, the Section 20 president. With me today are my parents, Ben and Christina Mays, and not with me today is my mom, Pam Mays. I would also like to thank Mr. Coleman Sappington and Mr. Charlie Sappington, my advisors. Without any of you, I would not be able to be in the place where I am today.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Jonathan Donahoe, and I have had the distinct honor of serving as your 2018-2019 Section 21 president. With me here today are my parents, Kent and Saber Donahoe, and my advisor, Mr. Matt Pekoski. Thank you guys for encouraging and supporting me over the years. I would not be the person I am today without you guys.
Hello, Illinois FFA. I am Lane Schilling, proudly serving as this year's Section 22 president from Oakville. Today, I am proud to introduce my parents, Rodney and Tamara Schilling, and my ag advisor, Mr. Josh Berg. Thank you to these three people who have helped shape me into the person I am today.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Lane Harvey, and I'm proudly serving as your 2018-2019 Section 23 president from the Fairfield FFA chapter. With me today are my parents, Jennifer and Patrick Harvey, and my advisors, Mr. Kurt Robbins and Miss Samantha Smith. Without these people, I'd not be where I am today.
Hi, my name is Catherine Smith. I'm from the Marion FFA chapter, and I'm currently serving as the Section 24 president. Here with me today are my parents, Craig and Sarah Smith, along with my advisors, Mr. Griffith and Mrs. Pulley. I would just like to say thank you for all of your support throughout my years in FFA.
Hello, my name is Natalie Bonnell, currently serving as the Section 25 president. With me today are my parents, Travis and Kayla Bonnell, and my advisor, Mr. Wade Swinford. Thank you for everything you have done for me, not only this year, but in the past years that I've been in FFA.
Shaylee? What are you doing? I'm growing leaders.
You know, I hate to bring it to you, but that's not quite how it's done. But this next group of individuals sure knows how to grow leaders in their own home and communities.
From agriculture literacy programs, leadership training schools, green hand workshops, and everything else in between, they know how to grow leaders in their own chapters and elevate the experiences of their members.
Please help me welcome to the stage a great friend to Illinois FFA, Ms. Katie Pratt, as she brings remarks on how to grow leaders in your own homes and communities and helps present these National Chapter Awards.
Thank you, everybody. It is always a good day when I get to be surrounded by Blue Jackets. So I really am enjoying my day being here. And it's awesome to be able to recharge with some of your FFA enthusiasm, because as we know, we need it out there in our farm country right now. We need some of your positivity to push us through these final days, hopefully, of planting before the next rain comes. So back home, I serve as our county's Ag Literacy Coordinator. I work with Ag in the classroom, which means I get to go into classrooms and teach students and teachers about food and farming. So when I found out that I had a little time to bring some remarks about the idea of growing leaders, my brain immediately went to one of my very favorite lessons to teach about plants. Now, stick with me here. I promise this is going to make sense. So in the classroom, I start out my lesson by reading one of my very favorite books, Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. Anybody familiar with this classic? Yes? It's one of my very favorites. If you're not, and you don't mind, I'd like to share with you just a few of the first pages here. And because this is how I read in the classroom, this is how I'm going to read it to you. It begins, "Congratulations! Today is your day. You are off to great places. You are off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who'll decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets. Look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not-so-good street, and you may not find any you want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air." So the story begins, and it goes on in Dr. Seuss's ridiculous rhyming verse, telling us that some days we'll be flying high, accomplishing great things, surrounded by people patting us on the back and shaking our hands. And some days, not so much. As Dr. Seuss says, we will find ourselves in a slump. He writes about the choices that we make. We can either stay in that slump and wait for amazing things to happen, or we can make things happen. And at some point, we are going to find ourselves surrounded by cheerleaders, but more often than not, we will be alone. Now, the lesson that I teach has to do with plants. And so after reading the book, we talk about seeds and, oh, the places they grow. You know, seeds are pretty resilient little things. They can wash away with water, travel on the wind. They get attached to animals and clothing and move around. Eventually, with just a little bit of water and some warmth, they begin to sprout. Eventually, that little seed takes root in rocks, some sort of soil, sand, sometimes on other plants and vegetation and water. There's actually a church steeple in a small town in Ohio that has a chestnut tree growing out of the church steeple. No joke, true story. So seeds can land anywhere. And they have to take root when they do that. So in the classroom then, of course, we begin to talk about the different parts of the plant, the stem, the leaves, the flowers, the fruit. But it's the roots that I find most fascinating. Our roots of our plants sometimes can travel for hundreds of feet underground. There's a theory that they communicate with one another to warn other plants that there's changes coming in the environment. Our roots can stretch down below the ground, sometimes twice as long as what the plant or tree is above the ground. So all of that brings me to today and you and this concept of growing leaders. If we are the seed traveling all over the place, at some point, we have to take root. And our roots are our relationships. Relationships are so very important. They are the foundation on which we build our lives. FFA members, today we are more connected than ever, but I would say we are also more disconnected. In all of this ability to connect with people, we can find people that think the same way we do, dress the same way, like the same food, like the same music, and what we end up doing is creating these tightly bound groups, all the same. Leaders, they look for differences. And every day you can reach beyond what is comfortable and familiar with you to seek out new relationships. Now, reaching out doesn't have to be something flashy. I think in society today we feel like things have to be flashy. It could be simply saying hello to somebody that you don't know. At the dance, who's going to the dance? I figured. When you're there, find that person that isn't dancing and invite them onto the floor, or maybe just stand there and chat a little bit with them. That is creating new relationships. When you shake the hand of a local business owner who has donated to your chapter's foundation drive, or who has helped you in one of the activities that just might put you on stage, like these members here behind me, shake their hand firmly. Those people could be your future employers or even an investor. They might think that you have the key to the next great agricultural innovation. Relationships are not built on quantity. They are not built on likes, shares, views. It doesn't matter how many times you swipe or scroll. Relationships are built on quality, which means that they may number very few. But those that you have will be worth your time and investment in real life and online. So choose wisely, invest strongly, and always be kind. Or, as Dr. Seuss concludes, you'll get mixed up, of course, with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. FFA members, you will move mountains. So be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Alley Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. Thank you.
You might as well just go home.
Katie, thank you for that wonderful story and wonderful speech. Madam Secretary, could you please read the names of the top chapters in the Growing Leaders area of the National Chapter Award?
I would be happy to. Please give each chapter a power clap as their name is announced. The section winners in the Growing Leaders area of the National Chapter Award are Section 1, Eastland. Section 2, Rochelle. Section 3, Cambridge. Section 4, West Central. Section 5, Eureka. Section 6, Central Burlington. Section 7, Seneca. Section 8, Chicago Ag Sciences. Section 9, Pontiac. Section 10, Tri-Point. Section 11, Liberty. Section 12, Midwest Central. Section 13, Pittsfield. Section 14, Athens. Section 15, Lincolnwood. Section 16, Decatur MacArthur Andreas Ag Academy. Section 17, Paxton Buckley Loda. Section 18, Oakwood. Section 19, Vandalia. Section 20, Neoga. Section 21, Carlisle. Section 22, Waterloo. Section 23, Grayville. Section 24, Goreville. And Section 25, Harrisburg.
And now, your winner of the Growing Leaders area of the National Chapter Award winner is The Cambridge FFA chapter. Ms. Pratt, thank you for your constant support of our organization. You have been a dedicated advocate for agriculture education and the FFA. Thank you for elevating the experiences of our FFA members and helping us grow the leaders of tomorrow. On behalf of the Illinois FFA, I would like to thank you and present to you this token of our appreciation. Let's give one more round of applause for our Growing Leaders Award winners. The FFA Board of Directors sets policy for the Illinois FFA. They make decisions that ensure our organization elevates our members' experiences and leaves a lasting impact. Please welcome to the stage our FFA Board of Directors. Taylor, where's the Board of Directors? That's the Board of Directors?
Exactly, it's a board of directors.
While I appreciate the well-placed pun, I don't know if this is what we should be thanking for its service to the FFA.
I mean, you're probably right. We should be recognizing those individuals who have rendered outstanding support and had a lot of hard work and dedication by serving as our FFA Board of Directors.
Sophia, can you bring on the actual Board of Directors? I'm gonna take this.
Ladies and gentlemen, help me in recognizing the 2018-2019 FFA Board of Directors. The board is comprised of 5 student directors, the 5 major state officers, a university representative, 2 representatives from the Illinois State Board of Education, and the 5 adult directors selected by the agriculture teachers. The board was co-chaired by Sophia Horton and our state FFA advisor, Dr. Erica Tiemann. Illinois FFA, please help me in thanking the hardworking members of the Illinois FFA Board of Directors. Our adult directors are elected to represent their district for a 2-year term. The university representative and student directors serve only for 1 year. This year, we have 15 individuals retiring from the FFA Board of Directors. We would like to thank these individuals for all that they have done to elevate our members through agriculture education. Thank you for elevating Illinois FFA. Please help me in recognizing our 2018-2019 Illinois FFA Board of Directors.
Our board members are State FFA Advisor and Co-Chair, representing the Illinois State Board of Education, Dr. Erica Tiemann. Retiring State FFA President and Co-Chair, Sophia Horton. Retiring District 1 Representative from the West Central, Mr. Darrell Gidding. Retiring District 1 Student Representative from Midland, Zachary Weber. District 2 Representative from Seneca, Mr. Jeff Meyerhofer. Retiring District 2 Student Representative from the Flanagan Cornell, Carson Kempling. Retiring District 3 Representative from Macomb, Mr. Wyatt McGrew. Retiring District 3 Student Representative from Athens, Brody McCormick. Retiring District 4 Representative from Shiloh, Mrs. Tanya Ike. Retiring District 4 Student Representative from St. Joseph Ogden, Abby Sluter. Retiring District 5 Representative from Waterloo, Mr. Tim McDermott. Retiring District 5 Student Representative from Salem, Jonathan Donahoe. Facilitating Coordination of Agriculture Education Coordinator, Mr. Dean Dittmeyer. Retiring University Representative from Western Illinois University, Dr. Andrew Baker. Retiring State FFA Vice President, Eliza Petrie. Retiring State FFA Reporter, Shaylee Clinton. Retiring State FFA Secretary, Miriam Hoffman. Retiring State FFA Treasurer, Taylor Hartkey. Please join me in thanking the entire Board of Directors for their time that they have given over the past year to elevate the Illinois Association FFA.
We are super excited to have this next group of individuals here to perform at our state convention. Please give an Illinois FFA welcome to our first FFA talent. You're not the FFA talent.
The script said FFA talent with guitar. I'm FFA. This is guitar. This is talent.
Do you even know how to play that guitar?
No. But I saw some people backstage with guitars. They could probably teach me.
Here's a bright idea. Maybe they should come out here and perform.
Yeah, they'd probably be better at it than me. Let's welcome to the stage the other FFA talents, Ty and AJ from the West Prairie FFA chapter.
Even from a young age, my youngest sister has known how to work hard. In addition to her dedicated work ethic, I knew she had the potential to be a great leader and deal maker when she was only 6 or 7 years old. How did I know this? By how well she negotiated with unreasonable opponents, in particular, our sister Martha.
Hey, it wasn't all that bad, even though she's grown up with dealing with me pushing her to be involved in everything. I'm grateful to have had a built-in best friend like her. Little did I know that strongly encouraging her to run for section office 3 years ago would result in her ending up here. It's also resulted in a year of extra cow milking and hay baling and calf feeding for me. But I guess I did a little bit too good of a job as the encouraging older sister.
While it's a bit inconvenient that state convention is when I should be at home cultivating row crops, this year they're not even planted, so I get to be here and see my little sister do what she loves. And if I get things planted, she'll be back to help me cultivate and walk beans later.
In all seriousness, we're very proud of what Miriam has done this year. She's inspired so many members and made the world a better place through the Blue Jacket.
While Miriam may not be my blood-related sibling, she sure feels like a sister. FFA Leadership Camp, July of 2016, is an experience that I will never forget. While camp was full of amazing opportunities to grow friendships and growth, one of the most valuable parts of camp was meeting one of my best friends. At the time, I had no idea I would become so close with this person and still be 3 years later. She has a genuine heart and love for cows more than anyone that I've ever met. She has taught me so many things, from growing together in FFA to helping me grow in my faith. She's shown me the importance of loving and appreciating someone and what miracles a quick phone call can do in any situation. Anytime that I see the sun set or rise, the Bible verse, "Be the light," from Matthew 5:16, and Miriam come to my mind. She has been a light in my life, as well as so many others. I'm beyond excited, grateful, and honored to introduce to you my best friend and your 2018-2019 Illinois Association FFA State Secretary.
We think she's okay. We hope you do too.
Please welcome Miriam Hoffman.
Y'all, I grew up on these country classics like George Strait, Dwight Yoakam, Waylon Jennings, and of course, Johnny Cash. But my experience usually hearing these country legends was from the dusty old boombox sitting in the corner of the barn. Seemed like the only station that radio could play was 100.1 WGLC, classic country. Every morning before I could start working cattle, I had to go turn on the music. I remember one such morning about 6 years ago that started out no differently, yet I remember it like it was yesterday. I walked out into the barn, I plugged in the radio, and I thought to myself, what a great day it is. The sun's shining, the birds were singing, and I was living the dream, milking cows. That is, until I stepped up to walk into the milking parlor, and all of a sudden I saw it, 2 feet above my head, my biggest fear, and it was staring me down. I immediately jumped back, shaking in my boots, literally. I panicked for a small moment before I decided I couldn't let it win. So I grabbed the nearest shovel, took a deep breath, and jabbed right above the creature. Success! It came tumbling down to the floor in front of me. Oh no, where'd it go? I lost it, and y'all, if I couldn't find it again, I was canceled. But I glimpsed movement, 1 foot away and to the left. This was my chance to fight back. I gripped my shovel even harder, and wham! As the hard metal of the shovel made contact with the concrete barn floor, I knew in that moment that I was victorious. I had succeeded in my mission of killing my biggest fear, a spider. While I may not be as terrified of spiders today as I was when I was 13, not gonna lie, they still kind of creep me out. And it turns out I'm actually not alone in this fear. 3 of the top human fears include a fear of spiders, snakes, and heights. A lot of times, those of us who suffer from these fears get made fun of, but when you think about it from a logical standpoint, it actually kind of makes sense. Spiders and snakes can be poisonous, and heights are often unsafe. The definition of fear, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, is an unpleasant, often strong emotion caused by the anticipation or awareness of danger. At its root, fear stems from a sensible instinct to protect ourselves. It says right there in the definition. Oftentimes, it's this fear, this feeling, this emotion that ultimately prevents us from making unwise decisions. So, why does fear always get such a bad rap? Well, I believe it's because usually, instead of us controlling our fears, we let our fears control us. What do you fear? Is it public speaking? Making a mistake? Embarrassing yourself? Maybe it's vulnerability, or even losing someone in your life that you love. These are all very real fears, but instead of protecting us, these fears are holding us back. I used to be afraid to meet new people. If you knew me when I was younger, you would know this without a doubt. I was notoriously shy. But why? Well, I was crippled by the fear of what others thought of me. I thought if I opened my mouth, then someone would laugh at what I said. Scared that if I walked up and said hi to someone new, that they would exclude me because I wouldn't fit in. Terrified that if I tried something, anything new, someone would tell me that I wasn't good enough. I spent the first 16 years of my life bound in darkness, all because of this fear. I let my fear control how I lived my life. My fear was too big. That is, until I found myself on a team that would teach me to love more than I feared. It was the end of my sophomore year. My sister had just conned me into running for section office, and I was more terrified than I had ever been before. You see, I didn't really want to run. Running for a section office, being a section officer required doing all those things that I was afraid of. But my big sister was too good at convincing me to do things. Soon enough, I found myself giving a speech at the Seneca Land Lab, waiting in a room full of the strangers for the results, and walking back out to hear my name being called as the 2016-2017 Section 7 FFA Vice President. Talk about a shock. Now, I had to do those scary things all year long. But something started to change inside me as that year went on. As I grew closer to my teammates, they began to show me what it meant to live a life without fear. They were all kind-hearted, outgoing, and passionate about the FFA. They cared more about serving our section than about their own concerns, and I wanted to be like that too. So, slowly, I started to live my life like it and to step out of the darkness of fear. Kendall, Callie, Zach, Hunter, and Connor were the first beam of light embodied by love to change my life. For as much as that first section officer team taught me to fear small, the next section officer team I would serve on as president would teach me to love big. They were there for each other during some of the toughest times that any of us had ever experienced in our lives. We were a family, not just to each other, but to our whole section. All because of their decision to pour out their hearts and their love without hesitation. Kyle, Rachel, Emma, Jacob, and Avery choose to live their lives in the light of love, and they change the lives of all those around them because of that love. Even just that same year, serving as section president, a realization hit me that was yet another beam of light. Growing up, it was no secret that my dad had been heavily involved in the FFA. From the giant emblem hanging up on the wall in the dining room, to the stacks of Future Farmer magazines laid out on the shelves, to the faded blue corduroy jackets hanging in the closet. What I didn't realize, however, until shortly after being elected to serve as section president, was that my dad had served as sectional vice president in 1959-1960, the equivalent to a section president today. You're probably asking yourself, why didn't I know this? You'd think my dad would have told me, right? In any other situation, yeah, that would make sense. But I never got to talk to my dad about the FFA. He passed away before I even knew what it was. Yet somehow, seeing association on the back of his jacket just like mine, seeing that even almost 50 years later, I was in some small way filling his shoes, it gave me a connection that I'd never felt before. That connection, it was and still is love. Love for the legacy that he left for me, even though he'll never see where the FFA has taken me. Love for agriculture and serving others through it. You see, instead of choosing to live my life in regret and fear of what I missed because of that loss, I've simply chosen to be grateful for the few years that I was blessed with him, for the love that he's given me. This light of love has shone even brighter on my life ever since that realization, as I seek to honor my dad's name through this blue jacket, no matter how far out of my comfort zone it may take me. I've been making it a point to fear less and love more, but I haven't been able to do this just because I told myself I wanted to. It's only because of those examples set in my life, like those section officer teams, like my dad. You see, we could sit here and listen to facts and words all day about why it's important to love and not fear, but until we see people living it out in our lives each and every day, those words, they don't mean much of anything. This past year, Illinois FFA, you have been the reason that I've now had the power and freedom over fear to live my life in a way that I have never experienced before. Let me share with you just a few of those reasons. A quiet, unassuming young man in Section 10 who shared with me that his long-term goal was to buy his parents a house and support them financially. What astounding selflessness he had, and he wasn't afraid to share that with me. An energetic sophomore in Section 23 whose eyes lit up as he shared that he wanted to run for section office. He didn't know if he'd get it, he just wanted to go for it anyway. A passionate member in Section 6 who forgot his own shyness to come up to me after my keynote and tell me that my words meant something to him. What he didn't realize, though, was how much his words meant to me. A group of enthusiastic friends in Section 18 who spoke with anticipation about their dream of all becoming diesel mechanics together after high school. Their confidence in the future gave me hope. A bright junior in Section 16 who lived her life with no fear of what others may think, and with so much energy, she reminded to give my all in everything that I do. A reserve student in Section 3 who at the beginning of our chapter visit didn't believe she could have any worthwhile goals, but by the end, she opened up about her love for singing and for chorus. In just those few short minutes, she gained the confidence to share with me what she loved. Each of these individuals shone a light on the darkness of fear because they had one thing in common. They showed love, whether that was for a family member, a friend, or their passion in life. And because of this love, they cast out the fear from their hearts. They weren't afraid. These and countless other members that I met throughout this past year have shown me the power of telling fear to shut up, walk out the door, and never come back. I was always told that as a state officer, I would inspire so many people, but y'all, I think that's backwards because this year I have been inspired by you. Yes, you who don't even know yet if the FFA is for you. You've never been to this kind of FFA event before, yet you chose to face your fear of new things and come to this convention. Yes, you who for the final time this week will be zipping up your blue jacket, yet you know this final convention is not the end of your courageous choices. Yes, you who knew it wouldn't be easy to be a teacher, to be a parent, yet you chose to do so anyway because of the impact your mentors have had on you. Yes, you who every morning wake up knowing that you'll face the same challenges over and over again, yet every morning you wake up and you conquer those fears that used to crush you. One of my favorite quotes comes from 1 John 4:18 in the Bible, where a lot of motivation and inspiration lies for me personally. The words in this passage say that there is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear. I've always read these words and found them to be encouraging because I believe the perfect love of God has the power to crush fear where it starts. Yet, until this year, getting to know hundreds, thousands of you across this state, I never realized just how this powerful love can flow through each and every one of us. Perfect love. You may ask, what is this perfect love? Let me tell you, this is not any basic, average, everyday kind of love like I love football, or I love mint chocolate chip ice cream, or I love country music. No, this is the kind of love that transcends material things and situations. The ancient Greeks called it agape love, selfless, unconditional love for one another as humans. This is the kind of love that changes hearts and lives. It's staying up late at night on the phone with a friend because they just need someone to talk to. It's choosing when you meet someone new to not make any assumptions about them based on what you think you already know. It's looking at someone in your life and saying, I don't care what you look like, what you've done, what journey you're on, I care about you. We were created to give love. Think about that for a moment. We were created to give love. We don't love because someone told us we have to. We just do. Whether it's the love of a parent, a sibling, or a friend, we've all seen this agape love in action, this selfless, unconditional love. We love because without love, life is empty. So how can we love more fully, more perfectly? I believe we'll find this answer by looking where we least think we'd find it, by looking at our fears. What do you fear? Is it new experiences? New people? People who are different from you? It's so easy to look at those people in our lives who don't agree with us or who don't appear to have anything in common with us, and out of that natural instinct to protect ourselves and our opinions, we steer clear of them. We're afraid that they might change our minds, open our hearts, or break us out of our shells. What if instead we just stop to realize that we all have something in common just because we're human? At our core, we all crave love. Just as we are created to give love, we are created to receive love. There is nothing more universal than agape love, the selfless, unconditional love for one another. I believe this world can and will change if we simply start living like it. Each and every person that we come into contact with is an opportunity to grow our love and to shrink our fear. This love starts right here this week in this convention hall. That fellow member that you meet in the workshop who doesn't agree with you, they could become your lifelong best friend if you see past their opinion and see them for their heart. That fellow FFA advisor who runs their chapter in a completely different way than you, they could become your greatest resource if you stop to recognize that you both have the same passion for serving students. Friends, this agape love is so simple to give, yet so incredibly meaningful and life-changing to receive. And as we begin to show this agape love to others and to change their lives, it will change our own lives as well, as this perfect love casts out fear. The world is full of the darkness of fear. Fear holds us back. Fear stops us from living the lives that we were meant to live. Fear stops us from making connections that change our lives. Fear stops us from walking outside our door every morning and simply loving who we are and why we're here. With all this darkness around us, how do we bring the light back? We love. We choose to step outside of our comfort zone and love something new. We choose to make a sacrifice for someone in our lives because we love who they are and what they're doing. We choose to show agape love to each and every person that we meet because without love, we're not truly living. My love for this organization and all the people around me has grown exponentially this year. And the result? Not only is my heart so full of love, but it's just about empty of fear. There simply isn't room for it anymore. Trust me, there are still days that I doubt myself. I question whether or not it's worth putting my heart on my sleeve every single day. Friends, we will always face fear in our lives, but my challenge to you is no longer focus on the fear because the fear isn't important, and instead focus on the love because that's the most important thing of all. Power over fear is not found in facts, words, or weapons.
Power over the fear we face is found in our passion, in our heart, and in our love for others. Love is brighter than fear. Love is greater than fear. And love is stronger than fear. Illinois FFA, I pray that you keep your fear small and your love big.
Love is beautiful and true. Life is beautiful in you. Oh, you're the only person who reminds me. Hold on now, don't you blink or it's gone. I've been terrified of life for way too long. Oh no, now don't you.
Miriam, we will never forget your love of cows, your hint of sass, your sass about the cows. From classic rock to classic country, everything about you is classic. Always know that when it comes to herding your cows, you gain 4 more sisters that can double as farmhands. You always help us to see the big picture and keep our team grounded and realistic. Thank you for using your empathy to elevate Illinois FFA. Your teammates for a year and your sisters for life, Sophia, Shaylee, Eliza, and Taylor. Illinois FFA, for the final time, your 2018-2019 State FFA Secretary, Miss Miriam Hoffman.
I've been terrified of life for way too long. Oh no, now don't you blink or it's gone. In another life, who knows what we become.
Madam Secretary, do you have any announcements at this time?
Yes, I do. Would all retiring teachers and major state officer candidates please report backstage at this time? Again, would all retiring teachers and major state officer candidates please report backstage at this time? Also, we have a special guest here with us today that represents the 93rd District as a legislator. Today we have with us Representative Noreen Hammond. Thank you for coming out and supporting Illinois FFA.
You know, Shaylee, ever since we saw Ty and AJ perform, I just have to ask, who do you think is the most talented person in the world?
You know, I would have to say a teammate of mine.
Oh, you're just too sweet, Shaylee.
Oh, thanks. Miriam is just so talented. She can sleep through any and all alarms, blasting at full volume.
Wait. I thought you were going a different direction with that. You think Miriam is more talented than me?
You wake up to your alarms, so.
But I have so many other real talents.
Like what?
I've been dancing since I was 2.
Oh, yeah, I guess that'd be more fun to watch than Miriam sleep.
Did you just admit that you watch Miriam sleep?
No. Do you know what I mean?
Thankfully, this next individual's talent is neither sleeping nor dancing, rather singing. Please help me welcome to the stage our next FFA talent, Miss Kaden Shipes from the Valmeyer FFA chapter.
Dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. See, I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. We may be right, we may be wrong, but I wanna bring you along to the world I see, to the world we close our eyes to see, we close our eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Let's give another round of applause for Cadence as she leaves the stage. Fantastic job. While we have many responsibilities as delegates for the 91st Illinois FFA State Convention, our main responsibility is to elect 5 individuals to serve our state association. We have 10 candidates who have all worked extremely hard to be here today. These candidates are each listed in your convention program on page 17, and in the candidate resume book that all delegates should receive from their FFA advisor. They also each have election posters that can be seen in the lobby of the Bank of Springfield Center or the basement outside of the career fair. While it is great to read about our candidates, there is no better way to get to know them than to actually hear them introduce themselves. Without further ado, please help welcome to the stage the 2019-2020 Major State Officer candidates.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Clayton Thomas from the Normal West FFA chapter, and I'm proudly representing Section 9.
Hey, Illinois FFA.
my name is Gwen Heimerdingle, and I'm from the Pearl City FFA chapter in Section 1. I am a candidate for the Major State Office.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Abby Schluter from the St. Joseph Ogden FFA chapter in Section 17, and I am a candidate for Illinois FFA State President.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Gage Miller, proudly representing Section 3, and I'm a candidate for your Illinois FFA State President.
Good afternoon, Illinois FFA. My name is Brody McCormick, and I am proudly representing the Athens FFA chapter in Section 14, and I am a candidate for your next state president. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Illinois FFA. My name is Lane Harvey, and I'm currently serving as the Section 23 President, and I'm candidate for your next Illinois FFA State President.
Hey everyone, my name is Sally Reed. My home is in the Jerseyville FFA chapter where I represent Section 15, and I am very humbled to be a candidate for Illinois FFA State President. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, y'all. My name is Emma Freebaron, and I am from the Serena FFA chapter in Section 7, and I am a candidate for Illinois FFA State President.
Hello, Illinois FFA. My name is Colin E. White from the Midwest Central FFA chapter, proudly representing Section 12, and I'm a candidate for the 2019-2020 Major State Office. Thank you.
Hello, Illinois FFA. I am Jacob Mays, proudly representing the Cumberland FFA and Section 20, and I am a candidate for your next Major State Officer.
Let's give our Major State Officer candidates one more round of applause. You know, Taylor, I know it's just the first session, but I think it's safe to say that this is going to be a good convention.
Convention is always a success thanks to those who are diligently working backstage to ensure a smooth convention.
Whether it's press, courtesy corps, backstage, or everyone else in between, it takes a lot of selfless volunteers to help work and make this convention possible. Let's give a huge round of applause for all of our gracious volunteers. At the beginning of this session, we celebrated new beginnings and travels by honoring our new ag teachers. Now as we close out this session, we reflect back and honor the past.
These retiring FFA advisors have elevated the experiences of their students for many years and left a legacy which is unforgettable.
Let's welcome to the stage our retiring ag teachers.
This year's retiring FFA advisors are Scott Page, Benton; Sharon Knorr, Camp Point Central; Rick Hare, Central at Breeze; Danny McCright, Egyptian; Don Schmitz, Highland; Larry Jones, Highland; Jeff Gittin, Jersey Community; Patty Nugent, Lincoln Way; Lynn Coors, Midwest Central; John Cabot, Mount Vernon; Mary Barnes, Pleasant Hill; Jeff Ford, Salt Fork; Dale Will, Tetopolis; Joni White, Urbana; and Dan Hartman, West Carroll.
Let's give one more round of applause to our retiring teachers as they exit the stage.
our experiences or our travel plans, this session has been all about the experience. It's been the perfect jam-packed session to kick off this, the first session of the 91st Illinois FFA State Convention.
Whoa, you're right. This sure has been quite the experience.
You know, I think we're done with the puns now, but thank you all for attending this, the first session of our state convention.
Be sure to check out some workshops and the career show that you can elevate your experiences here at convention. Be sure to be back for the second general session entitled Elevate Your Team. Pre-session begins at 6 p.m. With that, let's welcome to the stage our state FFA president, Sophia Horton, to close out this session.
Madam Secretary, do you have any announcements at this time?
Why, yes, I do. Be sure to be back here for the second general session at 6 o'clock p.m. We'll recognize those recommended to receive their American FFA degrees, learn the National Chapter Award winner in the area of building communities, hear from the National Southern Region Vice President Jordan Stowe, and so much more. You don't want to miss it. Also, if you're looking for a place to eat after this session, check out Texas Roadhouse, Red Robin, or the delicious food from the Twyford Barbecue food truck located outside of the convention hall. All of these restaurants donate a portion of your bill back to Illinois FFA Foundation. If you go to a restaurant that donates to Foundation, just grab the flyer out of your chapter packet and give it to the restaurant. Additional details can be found on your convention app. If you have any change left over from your meal or the alumni booth, stop by the Spotlight on Service display and vote with your change for the best chapter service project. Lastly, don't forget to keep completing challenges on the Social Scavenger app for a chance to win a $50 Visa gift card. Thank you.
Thank you. Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn this, the first general session of the 91st Illinois FFA State Convention. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in our labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, please join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this session adjourned.